Hello, hello. This is Jennifer Bond, and I'm unable to be at McCall, which I'm so bummed about. But nonetheless, I'm still going to try to give you a glimpse of some physical computing in my classroom. So, pretty much, I'm Jennifer Bond. I'm a middle school design technology teacher at Clifford Smart Middle School in Walled Lake. And this is my 22nd year in the classroom. 20 of those years were spent in elementary. And I have done physical computing with both elementary and middle school. I'm passionate about all things creative and just excited to be here kind of with you today. Well, I guess we're all virtual, so we're still tuning in from different places. I just happen to be at Matt Children's Hospital. So the agenda for the session was going to be just an introduction to physical computing, a demo of some of the devices and tools, and then the curricular integrations that I've done, and then giving you a chance to actually do the virtual things. So the focus of today would be on the Circuit Playground Express, which is just this little round circle, very simple little thing. And also the MicroBit, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with because a lot of things have been done with it. And then we have the Brainpad. Now, the Brainpad is from a Michigan company. So this is an example of the Brainpad. And it's from GHI Electronics, which is Michigan, right here in Madison Heights, I believe. And so we're going to go forward. Now, probably noticed I was putting up these little boxes. These boxes store very nicely, your photo storage boxes. You can put everything in there. And the thing that I love is that I can make sure that everything is accountable and making sure the USB cords are turned in and that the all of the battery packs and things like that are turned in. So this has been very helpful, and I've assigned kids. Now I also have given children the opportunity to purchase their own, and that's been helpful too, just to make sure it's kind of like a one-to-one. Now with the Circuit Playground Express, there's so many different sensors. There's in all those circles around, they have connection pads that allow you to use any conductive material, alligator clips and things. They even sell other products that extend, so you can have servo motors and things like that. There is a light sensor, there's a temperature sensor, there's a sound there's a sound that will allow you to, if you're clapping loud or clapping soft or whatever, you can program it to react differently. There's also different buttons that you can program. There's a speaker so it can play music or play sound. So very robust in the small little thing like that. Now the new MicroBit actually has a lot of the same capabilities, does have the microphone and the speaker, which is a big game changer for MicroBit. But this allows you to do a lot with the pixel art and doing different things with the LED lights there. So definitely a fun thing. So I have a link to the microbit.org, and there's just a ton of resources out there for the integration. And the thing that I like about MicroBit too, it's integrated with other robotics tools. Like we just got the Hummingbird Robotics last year, and I haven't used it with the kids yet just because got it like during the pandemic shutdown. So I haven't used it with physical kids yet, but the MicroBit does integrate with that. And then there's the Brainpad, and the Brainpad allows you to program your own video games. And it's just really, really neat. Now, yes, it is little, teeny tiny little, but I think kids love knowing that whatever they've created can go on this little screen, and they can, hand it to their friends once they've sanitized their hands in a way to be able to play. So all of this can be easily programmed with MateCode, and that's what I really love because MateCode is pretty similar across all the platforms. So once you teach them about MateCode, no matter if they're doing the MicroBit, the Circuit Playground Express, or even the Brainpad, there's things that feel familiar. So if we do the Circuit Playground Express, you can go in here. Once the spinning wheel of patience kicks in, you'll get to see that you get to remotely code it. So if I want to go ahead and do a new project, it's going to load. and it has the ability to have a simulation of the Circuit Playground Express on the left-hand side, and then the black coding on the right. Or if you want to use JavaScript, you can do that too. You can see back and forth what the code is. And the neat thing is, kids like that immediate satisfaction. So when they drag blocks over, they can see what it looks like with the simulation on the left once it loads. I am using the public U of M Wi-Fi, so there we go. All right, so if I wanted to go ahead and put the light over, I can click on the light and I can bring this over, plop it in. If I wanted to make music go, I can click the music, and there's simple things like you can program a melody and the kids can hear different sounds, like based on, you could probably barely hear it, but, and they could play it. Or there's things, and we did snow globes that I'll show you soon. You could actually have like an actual note. And the cool thing about this pops up, it's a piano. So the kids can learn a little bit of music there and get to know the keyboard while they're programming songs. They can also learn about beats and different things. And again, fractions, you have math integration, a lot of different things. But you can do like the inputs. It could be like if you wanted, to do a different sound or a light or there's, if I did on a shake, or I could do on a tilt up, a tilt down, a face up, a face down. I can make another thing maybe play. And now if I want to test it out, hit the play button, the run button, and I could shake it or click on that. And once that spinning wheel of patience stops, it could play. It's thinking, oh, there we go. Now you're hearing both of those run simultaneously. And why does that work? Oh, the forever key. What does forever mean? So it gives you some good things. Of course, you wouldn't want to have that annoying sound playing forever. So this, when you're doing this in the class, you definitely want to have headphones. Otherwise, it sounds like you're teaching in the middle of an arcade. But pretty much, I mean, it's super fun for the kids to do. And if we go to the next side, the kindness ones, we started out very just playing with the program without having the devices in our hands. Then we did kindness wands, and the kids got to make a wand out of maker materials, scrap, junk, whatever, and then, and I won't play these because I know it's limited time and limited thing, but we had geographical snow globes where we did the Pure Michigan Snow Globe Challenge. So we integrated social studies. They had to go to Pure Michigan, look at some of the places they were focused on, and then create a snow globe. And then they programmed the Circuit Playground Express. There's elementary examples here, middle school examples here. There's a maker course, so you can learn everything from Circuit Playground Express. And then with MicroBit, you can do micro pets, building empathy for another person, creating a pet that is one of their favorites, or going ahead and integrating the webcams that you watch online. My favorite is the panda webcam, the panda babies crawling up the trees now and just being so cute. So you can think about what kind of pet and what would that microbit be integrated? Would it be a sound? Would it be the shape? Is it one of the eyes? So there's a lot of great lessons in the microbit library. And like here's an example of the snow globe. This was like Campus Martius in downtown Detroit, and coded it to play a music song. And you can actually have kids like pull up music notes and then copy it into there. So they're researching. Just like I showed, you can actually put the little notes in there, and if you want to click on it and see the code, you can. And then there's Brainpad Projects. There's a bunch of projects. If you click on that link, there's an ASL game that Greg Norris actually created, and it's all about like knowing which alphabet letters. And so you go on, and if you get three strikes, like you're out, the game ends. So you keep, going up to different levels based on your success in the letters. And so, pretty much, I really just wanted people to be able to tinker and have fun with MateCode. And I have a Google form. If you were tinkering and wanted to put your project in there, you're welcome to do that. Just looks like that, very simple, your name and a link to your project. And there's also other resources. I do have a Let's Get Physical webpage. And again, these are where I have is a bunch of things on there. There's live streams and videos from MateCode. Microsoft does an amazing job on a regular basis of highlighting all the cool things you can do with physical computing. And I just really think that it's very important because so many of the things that as a consumer you're purchasing has types of things that have been coded. So if you're getting kids to think that a computer programmer, not just about a person that's doing websites or apps or things like that, they're actually integrating things in the products, and you're integrating that maker movement. You're getting into the engineering and really working together and seeing that it's a whole team approach. So I encourage all of you, if you haven't already exposed your students to physical computing, kind of get that going in your head, because I think it's really neat. Because again, like I said, kids like that physical, immediate, thing, and you can do that when you have the physical computing. They like that immediate thing that that they coded something online. They plug it into the USB, right in the computer. They hit the load button and it goes right in there. And that's something that, to see their face, I can't tell you how many times, regardless if they're little third graders like I used to teach, or if they're middle schoolers, when their code transfers into one of these devices, there's like a brightness in their eyes. And that's what we want to see, right? Those light bulb moments. And I definitely have felt that with that. So, just as a little reminder from McCall, make sure to go to the Expo Center, visit all of the sponsors, vendors, and there's McCall grants available. And I can't wait till next year, and hopefully we see all each other again, and be able to celebrate together the survival of this very crazy time in our life. So thank you so much, everyone. If you need anything, reach out to me in Team Bond. You can go to teamthirdgrade at Gmail, or on Voxer. I love Voxer at Gen Bond. And I will chit chat with you on my way to school or my way home from school, or maybe while I'm at the hospital. Looks like we'll be here for a couple days at least. So with that, thank you so much. Sorry I couldn't be there in person.